So here at Vegas Weekly, every week, it's all you can watch for one low price. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Vegas Weekly for Saturday, May 22nd, 2021. We've got a number of news items again to talk about this week, some openings and closings, curiously enough. We have PJ back with another cocktail, and we start in a series of classic Vegas tips and tricks on today's show. I wanted to shout out our friend Michael Movestro, and if you have been a Vegas fan, enthusiast, nerd, whatever you want to call it, for a number of years, you're probably familiar with Michael's website, Vegas Bright, which he started back in 2015. And for a number of years, it was really one of the sources for quality Vegas content. Really one of the top Vegas bloggers out there. He kind of took a hiatus a few years ago, but the site is back, and it's now focused much more on the video side of things, much more on the vlogging piece of it. He's started a YouTube channel. There's a lot of fun things on there. Has his own slot machine. From time to time, he'll do live streams and invite people to play slots for fun. But Michael was kind enough this past week to feature last week's Vegas Weekly show as sort of his featured vlog of the week, so we want to thank him for that. We're going to post a link to the Vegas Bright website. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel and subscribe. You think he's closing in on 600 subs, but clearly deserves a lot more than that. Very technically proficient, very smart guy, composes his own music, so real jack of all trades. Definitely check him out. Another person you're going to want to check out who's back, sort of, though not in Vegas, is Matt Bridger, who released a video of himself enjoying casino action in England. Curiously enough, I didn't see any indication that this video had been released, so I went and searched for it, and it said I wasn't even subscribed to Matt's channel. So make sure you're subscribed to Matt's channel. In fact, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. For some reason, once in a while, YouTube unsubscribes you from things, so you'll definitely want to check that out. I haven't checked it out yet, but it sounds like it's a pretty entertaining take on things, which we would expect nothing less from the Vlogfather. Okay, so openings this week. The big one was Thursday when Bacchanal, my choice as the best buffet I've ever had anyway in Las Vegas, is back at Caesars Palace doing its thing Thursday through Mondays. Dinner only. The price is $64.99. From what I can tell, it's probably worth it if you really take advantage of a number of the interesting food options they have available. It's certainly not your father's buffet or your grandfather's buffet, that's for certain. Again, it's only open those 5 days, only open for dinner. There's a huge controversy surrounding it because you're supposed to eat within 90 minutes and then scram. I used to really put away some buffet food back in my younger days. I don't think I ever spent 90 minutes at a buffet, so I really think that's kind of nothing. If you're spending more than 90 minutes at a buffet, I wonder, is that a good choice? So Bacchanal is back joining Cosmopolitan, which is open for breakfast, brunch, lunch, a few days over the weekend. And the buffet at the South Point, which is open all the time. But we also got news this past week that MGM would be opening one of its buffets. You might think, oh, probably Aria, Bellagio, maybe Mirage. Nope, nope. Curiously enough, it's the MGM buffet that's reopening starting May the 26th. I think that's Wednesday or Thursday of next week. You do the math. It will be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's the same days as Bacchanal. But this one will only be open for breakfast, brunch, lunch. On Thursdays, Fridays, and Mondays, you'll pay $25.99. That's quite a bit cheaper than Bacchanal. And Saturday and Sundays, it'll run you $29.99. So if you're in the area and you're in the market for a buffet, if you're having a hankering for some all-you-can-eat action, check it out. Let me know what you think. Again, the MGM buffet is hardly the buffet I would think of as being sort of the flagship of the MGM buffet empire. I mean, I guess it's better than Luxor or Excalibur, but that's about it. So maybe they've made some improvements, and certainly it's good to hear another buffet is opening. Still keeping our fingers crossed on the Wynn buffet. Maybe they'll open it up and put it back on the Wynn Slots app. That'd be cool. We can hope. On the other hand, Caesars is in the market for closing things lately. We heard this past week informally, but apparently it's pretty much confirmed that they will not be reopening the Laurel lounges. Those are the old Diamond lounges. Those of you who've ever been a Diamond member with Total Rewards / Caesars Rewards. I was one for a few years. We'll have some fond memories of the Diamond lounges. They were of varying qualities. They were certainly not in recent years what they had been at one time, but it was a way to sort of get out of the casino and get some free drinks if you were a Diamond player. And it's kind of sad to see them go. Kind of another bit of nickel and diming from the new ownership group. Yeah, just keep in mind, this is as boneheaded as Caesars has been over the years, has been MGM and many of the other casino properties. These are new boneheads, okay? This is Eldorado is running this company now, okay? So you can blame them for that and for closing down a number of showrooms. Also announced this past week. Most prominently, the showroom at the Rio, which had hosted Chippendales for many, many years, it's closing. The Sin City showroom at Planet Hollywood, which has been the home of the venerable Crazy Girls show. Crazy Girls has been around 34 years in some form. I hope it's not still the same dancers. No offense intended, but interesting. So that venue is closing down. Crazy Girls is out. Cleopatra's Barge at Caesar's Palace, which has kind of hosted a number of smaller shows over the years, and most recently featured Dionne Warwick and Wayne Newton, a couple of big stars of the 60s and 70s, now in their 60s and 70s, actually probably older than that. Caesars did say that Wayne will be back somewhere, appearing in some venue with them. Dionne will not. I also suspect that we will see both Chippendales and Crazy Girls land on their feet, so to speak, at some other venue somewhere in town. Chippendales has already announced that they will be doing that. So there you go. Also, the showroom that they were sort of working on putting together at Bally's, which was going to host X-Rocks, that's not going to happen now. It's like the back room, I think is what it was called. That's not going to happen. Another very prominent showroom that's closing is the Anthony Cools Theater at Paris, which of course hosted Anthony Cools for the past decade and a half. I think he's been there for like 17 years, which is an enormous run, a tremendous run. There was also a show apparently there, I can never think what the exact name of it. It's like Sex Tips for Straight Women by Gay Men or something. And they had just started a show there last March, which ran, I think, 6 times before the shutdown, which was like a Friends parody of sorts. So those are all out, and Italy has a few other smaller shows that or performers that won't be coming back. The one that stuck in my head was John Caparulo. I saw his show. I'm a fan of his comedy, but he tours all over the country. He will also land on his feet, I have no doubt. The curious thing was we discovered some sort of inside baseball stuff about the way these contracts are written up, and we also discovered once again that casino operators will go to no lengths to alienate, to give themselves a bad name. The Review Journal had an article this past week on these load-off or load out fees that are built into the contract. Because anytime you have a show in a particular showroom, you're going to have a bunch of materials, whether it be props or chairs or musical instruments or anything that's related to that show is going to be somewhere in that venue stored, so that when the show goes on, you can pull that stuff out of storage and utilize it. Well, apparently when these showrooms close, if they close, the casinos, hotels are able to charge a fee for the removal of that stuff. Which apparently in several cases ranged several thousands of dollars for pretty much all of these folks. I think the most expensive one was over $6,000 that was charged to Crazy Girls. Not surprisingly, because it also will involve the removal of that famous statue that we all like to rub and get our picture taken in front of. So a pretty big number there. Again, most of these shows have been around a while. They have pretty deep pockets. It was this Friends parody show, which was kind of the saddest story. They were charged like $1,800. Like I said, the show ran for like a week. Has been off for 14 months. And yeah, it's not a lot of money for the casinos. It just seems very petty. And under the circumstances, it does not make Caesars El Dorado look very good. But what do you expect? That's Vegas. Okay, after news like that, you need a drink. I'll have a drink. Mocktail. Orange juice, pineapple juice. You know, I hear that PJ is back and that PJ is making a cocktail this week that also features orange and pineapple juice. So without any further ado, let's kick it over to our good friend Paul, not a professional bartender, but our one and only mixologist. Well, not really our one and only, but he's our staff mixologist. Let's put it that way. PJ, take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Cocktail of the Week with your host and not a professional bartender, PJ. Let's watch and see what fabulous cocktail PJ is whipping up for us today.
Hey John, thanks for another fabulous introduction to Cocktail of the Week. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cocktail of the Week. Hey, real quick, I want to do a shout out to my buddy Vino. Vino, where are you at? I can't see you in the studio. Anyhow, thanks Vino for standing in again last week, and I'm sure we'll see some more cocktails from you in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, have I got a special treat for you all. I don't know about where you're from, but where I'm here in Northern Virginia, it is getting hot. Today alone, it was 92 degrees. Of course, I was out on the golf course. Can you see my tan? Hey, anyhow, we got a serious show to do here. Vegas Weekly is only 1 hour long. Is it an hour long, John? I don't know either. Yeah. All right, so as you can see, I have the ingredients in front of us. Just 4 simple ingredients. Today, ladies and gentlemen, for you, and only for you, the Malibu Pineapple Breeze. My friend Dave on Booze on the Rocks. I saw him make this drink the other day and I thought, you know what? This is a perfect drink for everybody who watches Vegas Weekly and PJ's Cocktails. So let's get right into it, shall we? First thing we're going to do is, because I don't have my ice bucket, ice is being brought to you by Windy City Frenzy. You guys know him as Ken and Bruce, Windy City Frenzy. I swear I haven't been drinking. Okay, I can't swear on that. All right, next thing we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is lemon lime soda. In this case, I'm using Sprite. We are using Sprite. All right, you don't want to pour this in too fast because you don't want it foaming up. We only need about 4 ounces. A few more. All right, I can always top it off. All right, next. Finally, we're going to break into our Malibu coconut rum. Brand new bottle. Love that sound. We're doing 2 ounces. 2 ounces. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is really the only booze. This is the only booze in this cocktail. And there we go. Delicious, delicious. Yes, we're not shaking this one up. We are making this drink directly into the glass. All right, 2 ounces of your favorite orange juice. This is no pulp. No pulp, 2 ounces. And last but not least, pineapple juice. You always, ladies and gentlemen, want to shake this up. Now, I didn't strain this, but it shouldn't be a problem. Because sometimes you do get a little bit of that pineapple. All right, let's pour that in there like so. Pop that down there, get that out of the way, get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Get my spoon. Get this puppy here in the middle. And let's just stir this up a little bit to just incorporate all the flavors. There we go. Oh, John, you're going to like this. I know you like vodka, but coconut rum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's get to the best part of the show, and that is putting this drink in this belly. Oh, I really need to stop doing that. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. John, cheers. Man, I'm off a week, and I forget how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers to all of you. This is going to be delicious. It's delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Malibu Pineapple Breeze. Lemon lime soda, Sprite in this case, Malibu coconut rum, orange juice, pineapple juice. Mix it all together. If you've got a couple of cherries, throw a couple of cherries on there. I was at the store and I forgot to buy cherries. I wasn't thinking. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend this drink. I know I say it about all my drinks, and I'll say the same thing I'm about to say again. This one is the best one so far. Once again, if you're anywhere near a body of water, even if you have a backdoor inflatable pool or a hot tub, Brian, I'm talking to you, this drink is going to be perfect for you. And of course, if the yacht is fueled up and ready to go for a cruise, make sure your mixologist knows how to make this drink. Very simple, 4 ingredients. John, I've babbled enough. Let's take it back to you, shall we? But wait, there's more. What do we have to do, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. First thing we have to do is give it a thumbs up. Come on, John busts his ass to put this show together. Leave a comment down below. Tell him how much you like it. Tell me how much you like this drink because you made one right after the show. And most of all, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to tell 10 friends. So they will tell 10 friends. We can get John to 10,000 subscribers as soon as you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This one right here. Hit that button. Let's get John to 10,000 subscribers. His Facebook page, Vegas Tips and Tricks, is about to approach 20,000 members. Ladies and gentlemen, I just need 10,000 of you to subscribe. What are you waiting on? Okay, that's enough. John, back to you, sir. Peace, everybody. This is really good. I think I'm going to have a lounge.
Thank you for watching Vegas Weekly and Cocktails of the Week. Stay tuned for another fabulous cocktail coming up soon.
All right. Thank you so much once again, PJ. That does look like a delicious cocktail and so easy to make. So no reason not to try it out. Hey, aren't you? I was looking at PJ's home bar there in the background. He's putting together quite a collection of liquors there. So I have to think he's got some more creative ideas for us coming up in the weeks to come. Make sure you're subscribed to PJ's Cocktails, and his Uber DC channel is also a lot of fun. Kind of chronicles his time as a rideshare driver. So you want to check that out. Speaking of things you'll want to check out, this past week we did our second podcast, talked about Vegas hotels and how to choose the right one for you. We're kind of doing the ABCs of Vegas, so a lot of this is basic information. Some of you are probably far too advanced to get much out of it, but I think there's still some good insights there. I've gotten some pretty good feedback. So far we're on Podbean, but this week we're on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify subscriber, or you use Spotify, I think you can use it without paying a premium. Look for our podcast, Vegas Tips and Tricks, and follow us on there. I'm excited. We're still waiting on Apple and Google to decide that if we're allowed to be on their podcast listings, and there's a number of other places we're going to go with that. But again, really had a lot of fun putting that together. Excited about continuing to grow the podcast over the course of this year. And it did give me an idea as I was sort of revisiting some what I'll call Vegas basics. There's a lot of folks that have reached this channel within the last year, 6 months, even the last few weeks. We add people all the time. Not quite up to 10,000 yet. Tell 10 friends. If you all tell 10 friends, we'll have 15,000. TJ's not always so good with the math. He's good with the drinks, though. I think he had a few before this one. Anyway. So I started to think maybe we need to revisit some of the best of Vegas tips and tricks, some of my top Vegas tips of all time for those of you who may be joining us for the first time or for the first time in some time. So my first Vegas tip, and one that always kind of surprises people when they ask, oh, what's the best advice you can give someone about going to Las Vegas? Okay, here it is. 3, 2, 1. Wear comfortable shoes. That's it. Wear comfortable shoes. You will walk more in Las Vegas than you will any other time you are alive during the year that you visit. And it will put quite a strain on your feet. So make sure you have comfortable shoes. And ladies, I'm not just talking to you, although, there is that sort of sad parade of limping women, heading back to their hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning, carrying their shoes, their fancy, lovely pumps, and so forth. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want blisters on your trip. So choose wisely. There was one trip that I went to Vegas, and my shoe literally fell apart that I was wearing. So I actually went to a shoe store in Las Vegas, and there was a couple of places I was thinking about going that were a little bit nicer places. So I thought, well, I'll get some sort of dressy looking shoes. Well, guess what? Those were not good on my feet. So even if you're a gentleman, don't wear dress shoes. And don't wear brand new shoes because they're not broke in yet. Okay? So there you go. Save your feet, save your vacation, have a great time. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. We will do a Wednesday show this week. I don't know exactly what it's going to be about yet. And really, do we ever know what it's going to be about? No, not really. But we'll be back then, and we'll be back again next Saturday with another episode of Vegas Weekly. Until then, I hope that you have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.